Hello, good day to you. I am Crescencio Dijito, 21 years old. I am from the Philippines. I am a psychology major, and being part of being a psychology major is, of course, having researches or scholarly researches from time to time, which means I'm not new with data. I'm not new with understanding, analyzing graphs, numbers, and data. So I have the high analytical skills and data analysis skills, which are really vital for an Amazon product researcher. Now, in the case of Amazon product research, I have learned and acquired all of my skills accurately through online sources like FBA Elite and other six-figure, seven-figure earners, FBA sellers like Crescent Cow and Brian Noonan, who were generous enough to share what they learn or their advanced techniques, their strategies, their ways, and how they do product research, which helped me build my own knowledge in terms of the ways or the process and of course the software tools that goes along with product research like Jungle Scout and Helium 10. I know how to use Jungle Scout and I also know how to use Helium 10, and I'm actually going to use Helium 10 now for tips on finding your next winning product. Now I'm going to share my screen. For a while I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to share to you tips on how I do or product research, some of my strategies. And here we have the dashboard. We are inside the Helium 10 dashboard. And first, in product research, you need to really have a criteria set in mind. Criteria from your number of search volumes, from your number of monthly revenue, or the price, the amount of price, minimum, maximum. You need to have those in mind so that when you do product research, when you use this particular software tool, you will be able to really accurately target what your products that you want to sell. Now let's go ahead to Blockbox, assuming that we already have our criteria set. Now, for this one, a lot of people are actually going a lot of new sellers actually 80% of new sellers are using products tab on their product research, which is good, but products makes you go or makes you search product by product and then getting the main keyword and then analyzing it. But with keywords tab, this one here, with keywords tab, it helps you to really have a whole new niche that you will be able to successfully find products that have, less competition, high demand. Now, um, in this part of Helium, you can see the different filters, the different criteria that you need to fill in or input. Now, assuming that we would want to at least have 2,000 search volume or 2,000 people searching this particular product. Let's do that. We have at least a monthly revenue of $5,000, a price of um, let's say 20 to 25 or 20 to 30 for our minimum, 50 to 70 for our maximum. The reason why we don't settle for 15 or less, it's because we also need to pay for FBA fees. We have to pay for storage fees, manufacturing fees, FBA fees. So basically, what we are left is just a tiny little bit of profit, and we don't want to waste our time advertising a product, selling a product that we just, at the end of the day, we only get a small amount of profit from it. So at least we have a minimum price that we know we can get a good amount of profit margin. And for that, let's use 25, 20, 25, 30, but let's try to use 30. And also, by the way, when you input price, a good tip is to not use whole numbers, because when you input whole numbers, there are products in Amazon that sell 29.99, but you can't, search or look for that product in the search results because you limited to 30 as a minimum, $30 as minimum. So the reason why we do, let's say 29.85, is for us to really look for the outliers, the different product that belongs to the far end of our um, this criteria set from 29.85 to let's say $70.5. Review count, the amount of reviews, maximum minimum, review rating, word count. For review count, let's try to look for at least 200. The reason why we are looking for low reviews because low reviews meaning less competition. Because when you have products that have 1,000 reviews, 14,000 reviews, 10,000 reviews, meaning they are already established. These are markets or niches that are hard to compete because they have a lot of reviews. A lot of people are saying their products are good, are of quality, their service is good. So basically, it's hard to compete. So we look for products that have at least, let's say, a max of 200, a max of 300 reviews, which means that there is less competition. For review rating, some people use 3.5, some people 4, and some people just leave it blank. 3.5 meaning they want to look for products that have review ratings of at max 3.5, meaning products that have less reviews, products that have problems in terms of their quality, their material, etc., etc. The reason for that is to have a room for differentiation. Differentiation meaning for us to really know how we can differentiate our products to our competitors. How can we improve our products? That's why some of the product researchers look for maximum 3.5 um, ratings for them to know that they have information that these products are products that they can have room for differentiation or room for improvement. But for now, let's use 4 as our maximum. Word count, you can leave it blank. Categories. For categories, we also need to be strategic for this one. Appliances is a category that is restricted. Automotive restricted, camera, cell phones, accessories, brand dominated, clothing, brand dominated. If you want to know what are products or categories that are restricted, you can use the information available or given by Amazon. Restricted products, all we have here, the different restricted products: alcohol, automotive, drugs and drug paraphernalia, cosmetics, all of these plant recalled products, recycling, lighting, products, restricted products needs approval. So we don't want to, you stay away from those categories that are restricted, that are competitive, that are brand dominated. Arts, crafts, and sewing is a good category. Beauty, baby, personal care, really automotive restricted, beauty, personal care. These are brand dominated, camera, brand dominated, cell phones, accessories, clothing, collectible coins, computers and accessories. Electronics are actually categories that, aside from they are, some of them are restricted. Also, the reason why we stay away for electronics because most of it, like appliances, they have products that are really really heavy. And when you sell products that are heavy, you pay for more FBA fees, you pay for more fees, storage fees, manufacturing fees, and that could impact our profit. So we stay away from that. And these are breakable products, appliances, electronics, they are breakable products. People are more likely, they were more likely, return and ask for refund. Also, clothing, textiles, it's hard to differentiate, as well as some people just change their mind whenever they have the product and they realize it's not of good quality, they return it. So basically, we have to pay for return fee, and that would really impact our business as well. So let's settle for safer categories, like for example, arts, crafts, and sewing, home and kitchen, industrial and scientific could be kitchen and dining. Could be no musical instruments, no TVs, no pet supplies, patio, lawn and garden. This is good. Pet supplies, it could be, but let's just settle for sports and outdoors, those tools and home improvement. Okay, let's just go with these five categories for now, but you can choose whatever category you want. But let's settle for this five. Shipping size tier, let's go with standard size, standard, large standard size. Some people go oversized, some people not, because you can go small oversized, but let's just not go with small oversized now. Medium, large, special, oversized. These are categories or like choices that gives you products that are really heavy. So yes, heavy products, more fees. So let's stay away to that. Number of sellers, max monthly sales. Let's do 300. 300 because that will give us 10 units per day. So 300 monthly sales or units. BSR, bestsellers rank, fulfillment, FBA, FBM, Amazon. Let's just leave that blank. We can tweak competitor revenue if you want, competitor reviews if you want, but let's just leave it blank. Okay. This these are all the criteria. This is the criteria that we'll just use for now. I'm gonna try to search for products. Now we have here hula hoop weighted greenhouse covers replacement. Hula hoop weighted search volume. Wow, 24,488 people are searching for this product. Price of 35 good, monthly revenue 28 point good, revenue reviews good. So this is good. This is a viable product. Greenhouse covers replacement, weighted smart hula hoop, weighted hula hoop. Oh, these are just the same products. Smart weighted hula hoop, smart hula hoop, hoop trainer. Alright, so I think these are just like the same products, but let's look for product. Just look for, let's say, mm, let's just look for this one, 67,992 search volume, 3350 price, 6 reviews. All right, let's just go with this one. We can find different products from, you can tweak the filters if you want to really look for products that you want to target. But for this one, let's just go with this one and check if this is the product that we are looking for. And I think this is the product. So what we will do is we will run extra Amazon product research and to really look for the numbers, the data, the graphs for this niche. Now for smart weighted hula hoop, we have a total revenue of $822. Good average BSR, price 57. All right. So as you can see, there are four sponsored products here, and that we don't want to include that as our um, part of the our product analysis. So let's delete that, because basically the reason why they are in the top because they have PPC ads. They are run by PPC ads. So let's just look for organic top one rankings or organic top rankings, and we have the two picks. Smart weighted exercise hoops are as our number one rank, organic rank. Now what we are going to do is we will check if our criteria is met. Now for brands, we are looking for a niche that are not brand dominated. So basically, there are different brands. So this is good, check. No brand is dominating, no specific brand is dominating. Price at least 30, all are at least 30, very good. Sales, for sales, we can just use revenue versus the ratings and the review count for this. So sales graph. Now for sales graph, actually, I can't click this graph because this is just my Helium 10 is just a 2-month access. So basically what information sales graph will give you is it will actually give you the seasonality. It can give you, aside from the sales, it can give you an information if the product itself is seasonal, meaning there's only specific time of the year that this product is highly or have high demand. Like for example, if you have here as our top one, let's say a Christmas, ornament or like an Easter decor. If you look at its sales graph, you can see that most of the sales are high during specific times of the year. Like for example, if it's a Christmas decor, you can expect that most sales are high during the month of November, late November, December, of course, because Christmas only happens a year, meaning it's seasonal. And after Christmas, the sales will go down, it will fluctuate down, and it will rise again during those times, Christmas. So basically, we stay away from that. We stay away from seasonal products, from trending products, and this is one of the ways in which how you will be able to look for seasonal, if a product is seasonal or not. Another way is search volume. You can use search volume here. This graph is a newly added feature for Helium 10. They added a graph for search volume which could give you information too for seasonality, meaning seasonality again, if what specific time of the year does people search for this product? Is it consistent every single month or every single year, or is it only high in certain parts of the year? So that's this is also good information to have. Another tool or way to find seasonality is Google Trends. This one, for example, what I was saying, like the Christmas. Let's use Christmas decor, and let's pass to let's do 5 years. Here, this is what I mean when we say seasonality. Only there are only certain parts that the sales or the search volume are high. For example, here, November, late November, early December, late November, early December, late November, early December, meaning that people are just searching for this product during these times. And after that, it will fluctuate down. No people are searching for it because it's not relevant anymore, because Christmas only happens during December. So people are just looking for Christmas decors, Christmas presents, Christmas gifts at this particular time of the year. So we do not go or dive into seasonal products because it will give us um, very small profit margin. Now, here is revenue. It will give us the revenue, FBA fees, the review count, and the revenue. Okay, review count and revenue are two important information or data to really consider. When we have small review count here, meaning that there is less competition, because basically the sellers already only have, you know, review counts, meaning they are just fairly new. They are just selling this fairly new. For example, just 16 review counts, but they're already having 120 revenue. But so that would give us an idea that this product is have less competition, but it's actually high demand despite a rating of 3.5. 3.5, we can tell that based on this rating, we can tell that we have room for differentiation. If we ever want to dive into this product more, we can look for differentiation because the rating on average is only 3.5. However, review count, we can tell that this is fairly new, less competition. However, this less review count would actually tell us that sellers are selling this just recently, and we'll be able to look for that here, creation date, listing creation date. As you can see, all of the sellers started selling this product 20 just recently, March 4, March 11, March 1, February. Basically, all of these sellers just knew of how a good opportunity smart weighted exercise hula hoop or exercise hoops is and how good of a revenue that they can get. However, a lot of sellers actually know of that opportunity. Basically, over time, a lot of sellers will sell this product, it will get saturated, it will be more competitive, and we don't want to stay away for that. We want listing creation dates to have variations like 2019. They started selling this product 2019, 2018, 2020, 2021. At least we can know if a certain product is a new listing, if it's 3 months old, if they already just started selling it 3 months. So we can know it's new, fairly new. But this one, all of it, yes, all of it are fairly new. So meaning a lot of sellers are going to dive into this. There will be more saturation. There will be more competition. At the end of the day, it will be a race to the bottom if you don't know how to differentiate your product. So assuming that this is a good product and all of their criteria are met except this listing creation, that assuming that criteria check, 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 and we want to venture or to dive more, let's use this one. Assuming that you want to venture into this product more because all of the criteria are met based on um, what you as a client would want me as your product researcher, the criteria that you want me to look for, assuming that I already got the criteria checked and all I need to do now is to know if this is a good product to differentiate, a good product to improve. And the very good way to do that is to go and find their reviews. So you can hear customer reviews. Now, we only look for negative reviews because this is where we can find information on how we could differentiate, how could improve, how we could add something to make our um, product have a competitive edge from all of these sellers have this specific differentiation, how we could differentiate ourselves from our competitors. So we will use the information from the negative reviews. Like for example here, I kept waiting for reviews prior to purchasing, but nothing came up, so I took my chances and figured I return if it sucks. I'm busy this price. This is thing crazy. Only one time the links weren't snapped correctly. They did come apart and the weighted and went flying across the room. Thankfully, nothing broke and scared me enough to make sure every time you snap it on, really make sure all the links are super locked. This is a good information. For this one, I only got 20 knots instead of 24. I can barely get it on. The weight is flimsy, and I am afraid that it will bust open. All right, based on the review, the negative review from the customers who actually bought it, we can now have information on how we could differentiate our product. For example, the weight is flimsy. We can make the weight more firm, more strong, not breakable. We can ask the supplier to if the product is if it's possible if the product could be more um, firm, more strong. And for this one, make sure all the links are super locked. If the product could if we could make the link super locked so it would not snap, it would not easily snap, it would not um, fly across the room. So we can use this information and to really know how we could change, how we could improve the product by fixing all of these negative reviews. And that is how we differentiate. Another thing, we could also, this one, where was it? Okay, all right. This one, we can make that circle thing. I think that's the weight. We could make that heavier. There may be customers here are requesting the weight should be heavier. maybe we can make this bigger, this one, so that it would give a more heavy feel when you are using it. That could also be a good way to differentiate, to improve. And a very good, another good tip on how to differentiate is to have or to do bundling, or to add certain small bonus items to the original product, and we can just know, we can learn, and we can use information, we can find information on how we can bundle our product using this section, frequently bought together. Now, what this tells us is that people are actually using this item and also searching for sweet sweat, plus um this one, 2-pack hot cream. They are using this along with these items. So that is a really good information on how, on what products that we could bundle it with we could that we could go along with this hula hoops. We can do hula hoop in a bonus item, or we can bundle it with this one, a sweet sweat waist trimmer. So this is really a good idea, because we can't bundle an item. We can't use a bonus item that is not related to the product itself. Like for example, if we are going to buy this weighted hula hoop and we are going to have a toothbrush, so it doesn't make sense. So we have to look for an item that complements our original product. That's how we do bundling. And this section right here will give us that information. So now that we know that we can differentiate, that there's room for differentiation, now's the time that we look for our profit. We look for our profit margin. Can we get profit or get good profit from this? How much is our return of investment? How much is our net profit? And we can look for that using this profitability calculator, or we can use Helium's feature, profitability calculator. Now this one, yes, this one. It will give you already the dimensions from this Vitupic Smart Weighted Exercise Hoops. It will already give you the dimensions, the weight, the pounds, the price, $59.99, the unit manufacturing cost. Now, this one unit cost, this is estimated. We can look for, there are two ways we can look for the unit cost per item or per piece, the estimated unit cost per piece using Alibaba. We can go to Alibaba directly, or we can use Helium 10's new added feature as well. This one, find suppliers on Alibaba. We can look directly through Alibaba using Helium 10. Now, just easy. We now have our estimated price per unit, $5, $7. This one, 2, 3, 9, $11, 10, 13, 9, 12, 7, 11, 12, 17, 7, 12. So right, I think 12 is, yes, a good estimation. So assuming that the unit manufacturing cost estimated per um, piece or per product is $12. So it will leave us with 29.66 net profit and a margin of 48.24%, which is a good number, because we settle for at least 30% profit margin, and we have here 48%. Our return of investment is 186.83%, which is good, because the most safe amount for ROI is 100%, and we have here 200.81%, meaning that we can make good profit from selling this particular product, the smart weighted exercise hoops. Now I understand why all of those sellers were hopping in, trying to really sell this product, because of this, the amount of margin, the profit, and the ROI. So if all of that are checked, are met. Now now is the time to like ask for suppliers if you can, for your differentiations, if you can do this, do that, do this, do that. And that's basically just some of my strategies in, how I navigate through Amazon using Helium 10 or using Jungle Scout. I also have a some methods that I use, like for example, storefront. I go to the storefront of the seller, use find a product that's selling well, use the X-ray, the extension, and then analyze the data and look for room for differentiation. That's just some of my ways, my techniques, how I use, how I navigate. So I know that there are a lot of ways that people use or do product research in general. There are a lot of techniques, there are a lot of strategies, and I am more than open. I'm more than willing and open to learn from your ways as my boss, as my client. I am more than willing to learn on how you do your own product research. If you have something that you want me to learn, I am more than willing to learn all of that, to understand all of that. I am a fast learner. That's why I was able to get all of these information, this vast information, and strategically segregate those information so that I can build my own knowledge of product research. I came from that. So I can assure you that I am a fast learner. I am open to new ways. Have if you want to train me, or if you have other ways to do product research, I am more than willing. And I do not call myself a specialist, a pro yet, because I may not have the an experience of handling or doing product research for a client, but I am confident in my skills. I am confident in the knowledge that I built for myself doing project research based from FBA Elite and all of these successful FBA sellers who earn six figure, seven figure, like Brian Noonan, Crescent Cow, all of these FBA sellers. I was able to build my knowledge from them, and I want to build my knowledge from you as well. So I hope that this video, this tutorial, or this tip gave you at least an assessment of where I am in terms of my knowledge for product research. And I really hope to learn from you soon and to really um, hope and I hope and I pray as well that I will be able to hear from you soon. That we are going to work with each other to really find your next winning product. I think that would be all. And thank you very much. Goodbye.